last episode, and this is it. It's just taken me a while to get around being able to talk about this without cracking. It's a big deal, but it's being dealt with, kind of thing. About a week ago, a little bit more, maybe as far as 2 weeks, I'm not really sure, my wife ended up with a diabetic ulcer on her foot. That is, it basically starts as a little hole and then it just continues to expand out, and it needs to be dealt with. My wife and I, started taking care of it, made a doctor's appointment for her to go see the doctor. Knew that this was trouble, but not something that was horrible. Something like this, there's a chance the diabetic who doesn't take care of it could lose part or all of, whatever, body part, in this case a foot, that it formed on. So she went to the doctors. I did not go with her because her mother-in-law had a doctor's appointment as well, and her mother had a doctor's appointment as well, so they went together, and I was okay with this because I wasn't expecting anything really horrible. Like I said, it's something that can be treacherous, but we were doing what needed to be done. When she came back, we got a whole different point of view news. Yes, she's a diabetic ulcer. Yes, if it's not taken care of properly, she could suffer half midfoot amputation. She also ended up having stage 3 kidney disease. For those of you not familiar with what that means, stage 4 kidney disease is dialysis. It means your kidneys are no longer going to function. The doctor basically told her that if you continue on the path that you're on, not taking your medication consistently, not treating yourself like you have diabetes, that my wife would not thought I could do this. One second. Okay. I don't want to crack too much because it's bad, but it's not as bad as it may sound originally. But basically said that if my wife continued on the path that she was on and treated herself like she didn't have diabetes, she wouldn't be here in 6 months. That's the bad news. However, there is silver linings on this. Number one, the problem with her kidneys is reversible to a degree, I guess, and it is something that can be done about it, and that she has to live a healthy diabetic life. And so it's not a death sentence yet. And the even better news is that she is doing what needs to be done. She's taking her medicine every day. She's completely changed her eating habits. She's cut out a lot of the stuff that she used to eat, completely cut out. Things like rice and potatoes and all kinds of carb stuff, and it's not easy for her, obviously. And she also quit smoking, cold turkey, completely. She's been smoke-free for I think, a week and a day now. And she had one really difficult, I mean, it was difficult kind of all along, but she had one really difficult day / night, and actually she's been fine since. It's pretty amazing, actually, how well she's done without smoking. It's actually been more difficult for her to deal with the food than it has with the smoking, actually. And she's just been taking it day by day. It's been going really well so far, and she will probably keep it up. I mean, I don't know how to say it beyond that. I'm not worried that she's going to slip or make a mistake in this. I'm really not. She's more determined than ever to turn her life around in terms of her health. Trying to think of how to put it. I think just for the most part, I'm just concerned about, what if she does everything right? And it doesn't help. That's my biggest concern. Although, again, the more good news is she saw a doctor following up 1 week ago. And, it's good news. They didn't run any more tests or anything. Just following up. The doctor is really happy with her progress. She saw a dietitian, and she's been talking with nutritionist. She saw a nutritionist. And nutritionist has been, is happy to hear some of the things she's doing, and told her that she was actually taking it too hard on herself. I mean, she was literally like juicing, all kinds of vegetables and stuff 2 to 3 times a day, and the doctors and the nutritionist said you really don't have to do that. If you like your vegetables, eat them rather than turn them into a juice. And so that's what she's done. She's eating now vegetables instead of juicing them. So, that's good too. All in all, it's really hard news, but really, really good outlook so far. I'm personally trying to be supportive without being overbearing, which is tough, I tell you. You'll have to forgive me, it's just not easy. She was sleeping. I'm pretty sure she's awake and can hear me, but it's alright. I'm not saying anything I wouldn't say if she were up right now. I just decided to record this now while I was thinking about it. So, 1 second. Anyways, as the rest of it goes, I'm, really proud of her for everything that she's doing. It's not easy, especially because my eating habits haven't really changed. I tried portioning down, which I succeeded for a few days, but the last couple days I've gone right back to large portions, and that's not well. I mean, I have plans to do things, and I was planning to start them after the holidays, because the holidays are just a terrible time to try and start doing things. So I was going to try after the holidays, but that may not may not be good enough, as I see it. I may start in December, and the reason I'm saying may start in December because it's already so late in the month. There's not much left in terms of food variety that my wife and I have. We have chicken, and we have a big thing of pork that we can thaw and break up, and that's about it. Meat-wise, it's how we've always been. That's part of being poor. You have a lot of variety at the beginning of the month, and towards the end of the month, you're eating the same type of meals, every day for about a week and a half. It's not a big deal. But starting in December, I'm going to change that. I'm going to start putting more of my leftover cash that I have towards getting food so that we can get more food and healthier food, because healthy food, it's expensive. It is. But in terms of looking around and realizing things, it's expensive, but if you eat it in portioned and in the servings that you're supposed to have it, that it actually will last, And so that remains the problem when getting the healthy food, is portioning it to the right portions so that you are eating correctly and the food will last. That's one of the major problems that we've had, is that we eat large portions, so the food disappears faster, so we tend to buy bulky foods like rice and potatoes. So, that all needs to change, and I need to start doing my part. In January, I do intend to join a gym. I can't do it now. I don't have the money, and I won't have the money in December because of Christmas. There's a gym. It's about a 15-20 minute drive away, depending, and it's called Anytime Fitness. And they mean anytime. It's 24 hours. You get a key to the front door, and you can go whenever, and it's something like $69 or $70 for a year. That's the membership. And so I am going to do that, and the reason I want to do that is because I can go in the evening, I can go when there's less people, and maybe I get lucky and there'll be no people. I can, I can go at night, and it's cooler. I'm a night owl anyways, and there are just many benefits to me doing that other than working out and trying to get back in shape. So I do plan on a lot of changes in my life, and I am keeping them solid. These are not flexible plans. These are things that are going to happen. I'm going to make them happen. So it's going to be tough for me, and that's kind of why I've been off recording for the past week, why there was no truck showcase, and why nothing came up on Monday, or things like that. It's just I've had a lot of stuff going on in my head and in my life. I don't record far enough ahead to cover for the situation like that. So that's why things have been the way they are. So yeah, I know it's a little bit of a downer on this one, maybe a lot of a downer, but like I said, there's a silver lining to all this, and a positive outlook to everything right now. So despite the news being grim, there's a lot of hope and a lot of possibilities and a lot of positiveness, and that's what I'm trying to focus on right now. That's the direction I'm trying to go in. So I'm going to keep going that way. Other than that, there's really nothing else to talk about. Everything's been normal. Otherwise, my dog is still annoying, as much I love him though. The house is still the same. Day-to-day life continues on. Not much else has changed. Still fighting with my internet service provider. They're still having these bandwidth issues. Although at least I got them to credit my bill until it's solved. I know we still don't have a date of when this might be fixed. It's all bullshit. I know they're lying. I know they are lying, but there's nothing I can do. But again, I'm trying to look on the bright side, is at least I have an internet connection that's consistent. If I was over on the other internet connection, yeah, I'd have better speeds, but I would be disconnecting 15, 20, 30 times a day, and at times barely being able to play. And in games like Eve, that's definitely something that can't be tolerated. So, you know, 6 in one, half a dozen the other of which way I go. So all I'll keep doing is I'll keep bugging them every so often and voicing how I feel and hoping that maybe somebody will slip somewhere and actually give me an actual answer. But I guess that is actually it. Not much else I can talk about right now, so I'm just going to end it out here. So don't feel, don't feel too bad for me. Like I said, it is emotional, it is difficult, but there's a lot of positive to it, and that's the way we're trying to focus. So, oh yeah, there is one more thing I can say, and I want to say this real quick before I go. What I might try and do next week is bring you the games I've brought you before as an update and recommend them. This is kind of going to be a one-off for each one. And it's just going to be kind of like a, Bugga recommends. And this is going to be like Paranautical Activity, Sir, You Are Being Hunted, Nuclear Throne. And if I can get it, and I may not be able to get it to December, so this will be something I'll do every so often with a game that comes out. It'll be, This War of Mine. Just games I can often and recommend. Games that have been updated, games that I've talked about before. And they've come a long way since, and I just haven't brought them back. And this is kind of what I want to do, or maybe Bugga updates or something. I don't know how I'm going to name it, but this will just be, there'll be a one-time shot, to give you guys an update on the games that I'm playing and how far they've come. Because I know a couple people were interested and say, well, maybe when the game officially releases. And if you want to keep holding for that, fine. But these are games that are truly being supported by the people that are making them. They have no signs of dropping out. They're supported by several other big names in YouTube, names like BizSnap, Northern Lion, and whatnot. So there will be that. But yeah, that's really about it. That's it for sure now. So I'm just going to end it here, and I'll see you guys next time.